Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. So glad to see such enthusiasm. Please come in and join us and make yourselves comfortable. While we're waiting for people to arrive, please share in the chat where you're joining us from and something that's exciting you lately. So, what are you excited about these days? Please share that. Looking forward to hearing it. While we're waiting for people to respond, I'll introduce myself. I'm Miriam Diamond. I'm the program director for the Encore Boston Network. We help people age 50 and over make a difference and have more fulfilling lives through service and social action and work. And you can learn more about us on the website where you signed in, which is encorebostonnetwork.org. People are excited about the snow, about triathlon training. What else? What's getting you excited these days? Okay, more snow and listening to Anna. We're all excited about that. Travel, getting back to travel. That's really exciting. Spring can't be too far away, right? So it's nice to have it about. And I just want to let you know this event is being recorded. We will send you a follow-up email with the recording and with some of the slides and other resources, including contact information for our presenter today. So stay tuned for that. If you find closed captioning helpful, please turn that on. We've made that available for you. Throughout the program, please add your comments, react, and submit questions as they come to you. Just please write question before question in capital letters. It makes it easier for us to find it when we're at the Q&A portions and for Anna to see. So our topic today is to discover and activate your personal purpose for your Encore vocation. We want to help you define and identify your purpose, apply it to your job search and other aspects of life like retirement or your free time when you're not working. So our goals are to leverage purpose, to explore and expand vocational possibilities, identify your personal purpose story that you can share networking, elevator speeches, interviews on LinkedIn, to use your purpose to fuel confidence and motivation in interviews and other settings, and to tap your purpose to figure out how to make the best use of your time, like in retirement. So we're going to have a very interactive presentation with several breakout groups and a formal Q&A section at the end. Our program will run a little longer than most of them do. We're actually going to formally end at 1:15, but leave when you have to. If you have to leave before that, you're welcome to, but we encourage you to stay as long as you can. I also want to thank 50 plus job seekers in Massachusetts networking groups for co-presenting this with us. So let me introduce today's expert. Our expert today is Anna Hall. She has developed enrichment services for aging support organizations. And she served as, I love this, the Chief Purpose Officer for Connected Living, which is a social impact tech company. Anna is dedicated to connecting older adults with community and family, and she has been leading the Purpose Equation LLC. So welcome, Anna. I turn the program over to you.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you to Doug, Miriam, everyone at Encore Boston. I'm so excited to get you all talking about purpose today. So my goal is to talk very little because this is an opportunity for all of you to explore your own purpose. And the way that you'll do that is by listening for, seeing, and celebrating purpose in others, which in turn helps you reflect on your own sense of purpose. So here's how we're going to do that. To give you a sense of how we're going to spend this time together, first I'm going to define purpose for you as I have learned it over the past 25 plus years. And it might be a little bit different than how you're used to thinking about purpose. I hope that it's an exciting way for you to think about purpose and maybe a little bit of a relief. Then we're going to do an activity to explore your purpose, and then all of the explorations and learnings that I share with you, you'll then take that into breakout rooms with 3 or 4 other people and really be able to discuss and explore together as you build your purpose story. So I want to lay some ground rules for our time together. in the realm of purpose, we listen to understand. So please activate your curiosity about other people as you're listening, but also about yourself. This is a judgment-free zone. No judgment here. This is a place for vulnerability, and I promise to demonstrate vulnerability by being completely myself, excited about purpose, and maybe making some mistakes, and I can tell you I'll be okay with that. And then the most important rule here is that purpose provides opportunities for us to celebrate each other. Purpose is part of us, and it's a part of us that when we share it and honor it, it can fill us with joy and excitement and a path forward in life that we want to travel on. So, what is purpose? Look at this picture. Many people would think, because this is what we're taught in school, at work, in our society, that purpose is about achieving. It's about a goal or a role. My purpose is my job, or to get a certain job, or to get a certain title, or to do a certain thing. One day, I will achieve my purpose when I fill in the blank. That's a tough way to think about purpose, because then it makes purpose an external thing that you're chasing. And what I'm here to share with you is that your purpose is inside of you. It's part of you. You're born with it. It's innate, and you apply it to help you persevere, to reach goals, and to accomplish things that you care about, and to stay focused in life and in your career. So in this picture, before you might have thought that the purpose here was when the rocket reaches the moon. But in fact, this rocket was built to journey through space as you are built to journey through life. You have infinite possibilities and ways to activate your purpose in life. This rocket can go to the moon, but after that, maybe it wants to go to a distant star or find a new galaxy or travel to Jupiter. You can apply your purpose to these goals and roles that you have before you in life. So to summarize, purpose is innate, and it's your way of giving and getting joy and meaning in everyday life. Everyday life is where you can activate your purpose and know who you are and answer the question that life poses, which is why? Your purpose can answer that for you. So I've found, and you might have found this too, especially for those of you who like to travel, that when you go into foreign lands and you see new things and new ways of cultures and languages, it's fascinating. And you've probably discovered that it gives you a perspective to be able to learn about yourself and your own beliefs and your own thoughts and your own experiences. So we're going to go on an adventure today where you are going to travel without parameters in order to learn about your purpose. So get out your papers and pencil. And I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I'd love for you to take notes. And then you're going to go into a breakout room afterwards to kind of process this with other folks. So the first question is, if you could go on a journey today with no laws of physics or space or time, would you choose to travel in a spaceship or a limousine? Write your choice down, please. And then where are you going? Again, no laws of physics. Go where you most desire. Who, if anyone, would you want to bring with you? And what is it about that particular company that's compelling to bring with you on this journey? And when you look around your vehicle, how have you decorated it? What does it look like inside? And what did you bring with you? What's the vibe in your vehicle? Is it like high energy, excitement? Is it like chill and cozy and comfortable? What are you doing during the journey in your spaceship? How are you spending this time? Because your journey is at least a few days. When you look out the window of your vehicle, what are you looking for? When you arrive at your destination, what are you going to do? How long will you stay? And when you return home, if you're returning home, I have had some people say, well, you know what? I'm just going to stay out there in space forever. uh, when you return home, what do you want the takeaway to be? What will have been the most meaningful part of this experience? Now look back at your notes, access your imagination and your creativity, and explore this journey that you just went on, and look if you can see patterns. What excites you about this journey? What did you experience on this journey that gave you a sense of awe? Where in this journey did you feel like you were in your element or in your happy place? Let's look for some other patterns, like how did you choose to interact with people on your journey? Did you bring 15 people with you or 2 people with you? Are these your closest friends, or did you bring a town of strangers? What excited you about this journey? Were you craving novelty, new experiences, risk? Were you craving peace, familiarity, comfort, deepening of knowledge, or an expanding of knowledge? What were you doing and learning that was most meaningful to you? Now, here's what I found. By allowing yourself to go on this creative journey with no boundaries, it's going to help you access these elements of purpose, excitement, intrinsic motivation. What gives you a sense of meaning? What are you naturally drawn to in life? All of those are elements of how you give and get meaning every day. And I know for sure that you can then take what you have learned and you will be able to apply your space journey or your limo journey to life. And that's what you're going to do together in a breakout room. So you're going to enter a breakout room and you're going to go for 10 minutes. And I would like you to share with the other people in your breakout room. What brought you excitement? What gave you a sense of awe? How are you interacting with people? And how do you see those same patterns in your life now? Are you getting that kind of excitement in your life? Are you in your happy place? What does it look like? You're not going to get all the answers, but leave room within those 10 minutes, about 2 minutes each, to listen to each person's journey, because when you hear someone else's journey, it's going to help you reflect on your own. And then we're going to come back together and process a little bit as a group. Does that sound good? Any questions? Okay, so you're going to go into breakout rooms and I'll see you back here in 10 minutes. Is everyone? Hello, hello. So, did you make some discoveries about yourself and others? I see heads nodding. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Could you all put in the chat, just for fun, what did you choose? Did you choose a spaceship or a limo or something else? And where did you go? Ooh, I saw a stagecoach, time travel, fun. I heard about an extraterrestrial vehicle, a metaphysical spaceship. Ooh. Some of you were orbiting the world, went back to the beginning of time, hiking in southern Arizona, sailing across the sea, taking a limo to the beach, a theater festival in Holland. Here's the thing. I have asked this question thousands of times, and never have I heard the same answer. So this gives you insight into who you are, what excites you about life, what are you looking to get out of life, and what kind of experiences and interactions do you enjoy sharing with other people? So when you think about the question, or somebody asks you, tell me about yourself, did you grab some key words from this experience that you could add into answering that question? Things that make you special and unique, and what you can bring to the table in terms of your imagination and your creativity and what makes you tick? Think about your values. How did you spend that time? Were you learning? Were you connecting with other people? Were you creating experiences? Were you doing things that had never been done? Were you looking at something that already existed and trying to make it better? These all give you insights into your purpose. Yes, Aurora, questioning my perspective from outer space. So that's a key. I bet that you like to zoom out and look at the big picture, generally speaking, in life, and ask the question, is this true? Is this true? Do I need to update my thinking? These are all clues and insights into who you are and what makes you tick. And the point is, that when you are interviewing for a job or deciding how you want to spend your time, we all know that time is infinite, is limited, sorry. Time is finite. Purpose is infinite. Time is finite. So use what you're learning about yourself and what excites you to prioritize how you spend your time and how you share it with others. Okay. When you think about Superman, what do you think about? You can put your answers in the chat, or you can also speak them out loud. Bulletproof. Yeah.
What about Superwoman?
Oh, we're going to get to women, I promise.
Protected.
Superwoman too. You feel protected. Yeah. Yes. Strength. I think of Superman, I think back to the movie where he like pushes the dam back together. Incredible strength, justice, fairness. You know, somebody who is living their life truly in service of others. Did any of you look at this picture of Superman and think, oh God, he's so weak. One little piece of kryptonite and his life is over.
I was going to say that was the first thing that came to mind was kryptonite.
So that is the truth. And so it makes sense that that would come to mind. Superman has a weakness. We all have weaknesses. But is that the story that we tell ourselves? Do we tell a story to ourselves and others that's based on our weaknesses? No, there's another way to look at this. What about this lady here? Lucille Ball.
Oh, Lucy!
Ah! The Chocolate Factory episode, the conveyor belt. What do you think of? A shero, yes, she's funny. You know what she thought about her? A risk taker. This is a quote. She activated an internal sense of bravery and courage to be a groundbreaking female comedian who took the risk of being so vulnerable that she was doing physical comedy. And she made such an impact on the world. What about this young lady? Amanda Gorman. Astounding, well-spoken, yeah, articulate, brilliant, hopeful, talented, yes. Would it change your view of her if you knew that she was born with an auditory processing disability? This is what she says. She took this, quote, weakness or difference, and she thought of it as a strength and something to focus on. And look what happened. So truly, life is about how we look at it and how we look at ourselves. And so your purpose can give you a different perspective on your strengths. So strengths come from the field of positive psychology, and they are a key element of helping you to understand and activate your purpose every day. So some examples of these strengths that all of us have, there's 24 of them in positive psychology, are things like gratitude, kindness, perseverance, fairness, spirituality, love, curiosity, love of learning. You all have those strengths. Your top strength, you probably overlook it. You might not notice it because it's so much a part of you that you think, oh, everybody's kind. Everybody's spiritual. Everybody's grateful. But no, everybody is kind and grateful and perseveres and is fair in your own unique way. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, for the purpose of this exercise, is pick one of these strengths. And I'm going to share my screen again. So this is a subset: bravery, perseverance, kindness, gratitude, humor, curiosity. Pick a word that resonates with you the most. And now I'd like for you, have you all chosen a word? Write that word down, please. And I'd like you to look back at your life. Look back at childhood, your school years, youth, 20s, 30s. How did that strength help you? And how did it help you help others? Please write down some notes. How did it help relationships? How did it help you keep going when the going got tough? How did it help you be present and really celebrate the wins? And now think about today, your life presently. Where are you seeing that same strength present itself in your life? So what you've just done is you have found evidence of this strength activated in your life. Now I want you to take this evidence and now look forward in life. How can you intentionally activate this strength in relationships moving forward, in job interviews moving forward, to move through fears, because we all have them? And now you're going back into breakout rooms. And I'd like for you to share and help each other celebrate and notice these strengths and the power of them. The amazing thing about character strengths is that no one can take this from you. Just like purpose, it's internal, and you can activate it at any moment, in any circumstance in life, to help you feel a sense of meaning and internal strength to keep going. And also, you can use this word to tell yourself who you are, because you have just gained evidence that this is part of who you are. Now you have a word you can use when somebody says, "Tell me about yourself," or "How do you overcome challenges?" That can open up a well of meaning and insight. So go talk with each other. You have 10 minutes. Ground rules still apply. Listen to understand, be curious, celebrate each other, and see what you learn as you process this together. And we'll see you back in 10 minutes.
what part of your being. Yeah, it was great. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello.
So bravery falls under the virtue of courage. You're all brave for joining the webinar. It's interactive. You knew you were going to be talking and meeting new people and sharing about your purpose. So think about how are you brave in little ways and the big ways. Perseverance. How do you keep going when life gets hard? What is it that keeps you moving through fears? How do you persevere? You might persevere with bravery, kindness, gratitude, humor, or curiosity. Kindness is a strength that so many people overlook, or they take for granted, or they think that everybody's kind. But I promise you, if that word spoke to you, then appreciate and honor your kindness. It's what makes the world go round, and we all need more of it. Gratitude. Here's what I've learned about gratitude. You can be grateful and activate gratitude in your life, and it can improve your health and your wellness and your perspective. If you're having a hard time feeling grateful, then I encourage you to activate gratitude by reaching out to someone else and being grateful for them. Share how you're grateful for someone else, even if you can't feel grateful within yourself, and it will get you going. Humor is a gift. Humor, defined in the world of positive psychology, it's not just about making jokes and laughing, which is amazing. It's also about being able to see the lighter side of life on the dark days and the lighter moments. If you have the gift of humor, you have a gift of knowing how to connect people and bring them together. Curiosity. Curiosity in positive psychology is noticing and appreciating the little things that pop up through the day and having a sense of wonder. Love of learning is another strength in positive psychology, and that's defined as a deeper dive than curiosity. Curiosity is looking around and noticing and appreciating and just like, oh, I want to know more. Love of learning is more of a systematic deep dive into mastering bodies of skill and knowledge. So here's the question I really want you to ask yourself now and practice. And I think you got some time practicing with each other, I hope. But here's what I want you to take away from this. The story that you tell yourself about yourself, otherwise known as your narrative identity, is the most important story of your life. We all have that inner voice. And a lot of times it's that inner child that's trying to protect us and say, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Oh, you'll embarrass yourself if you do that. Don't stretch or grow. That could be scary. That's a survival mechanism that's a little bit outdated, but it's still in us. So I'm asking you to update your story. What is your story of purpose? Crafted on one of those natural strengths. It will uplift you. And as you tell yourself this story and then start sharing it with others, how are you grateful? How do you activate humor? How does it help you overcome fears? How do you activate this at work to build relationships and work on projects and meet goals? This is a story you can tell with confidence and enthusiasm. And I promise you that when somebody says, tell me about yourself, and you take what you're learning today and weave that into your story, you are going to show up more confident because you have evidence of your purpose. You see it and they will see it. Okay, our last activity is about one word or a value, and that is making. So let's go in the chat. And I'd love to hear, how do you prefer to make? Do you like to make ideas or things? Go ahead and write that in the chat. Have you ever thought about making in that way? Everybody makes things. We are all makers. It's a matter of what we like to make and what excites us. So what do you make? Let's write that in the chat too. If you make things, is it handiwork, crafts, art, meals, cooking? If you make ideas, is it systems, process, new ways of doing things? What inspires you to make? A lot of times we make things, even if it's for ourselves, that end up helping other people. And so you know that something is part of your purpose when you feel a sense of fulfillment and meaning when you're doing it, when it excites you and you would do it anyway, regardless of a paycheck. When you can see this way of thinking or being across all aspects of your life, relationships, professional, vocational, avocational, and your purpose will naturally also flow beyond you to help others or make a difference for others. For many people, making is a way of sharing their love and their kindness. And then, what's your inspiration for making? And who's made something that inspires you? Who was it and what was it? And now you're going to go into a breakout room for 5 minutes. Okay, Kendra, 5 minutes because I'm looking at time. Discuss this making with each other. Practice sharing about what you make, what excites you about making, who inspires you to make, and how do you share what you make? And we'll see you back in 5 minutes for a little wrap up, and then we'll do a Q&A.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I think I left my room by mistake. I touched the screen.
Oh no, you're right on time. We're bringing everybody back
okay.
now.
All right.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I put my, there we go, gallery. Okay. So how are you showing up to the world in your purpose? Think about this. You've hopefully today gotten some solid evidence so that you know in your heart truths about who you are as a being that can apply to all realms of your life. You have a story to tell. You have words you can use to tell the story of who you are and how you give and get meaning in everyday life. And now you can think about, how are you showing up for your family? How are you showing up for your friends? How are you showing up at that next interview? When you go to an interview now, you know what you need to feel excited and motivated. So an interview is just as much about you making sure that your internal environment or your purpose is going to calibrate or align with the environment at this job that you're learning about. So an interview is just as much about you sharing your purpose and how you persevere and how you build relationships and how you work on projects and how you persevere and how you keep going, as it is about making sure that this job that you're looking for is going to align with your purpose. If you can share at that interview how this job aligns with who you are as a being and show up with that confidence and excitement, it's going to make a huge, huge difference. I want to leave you with just a quick thought, and then I will be quiet, and I would love to hear your feedback and questions. So there's a lot of data about purpose at work. When you go to work and you can connect, first of all, you show up with a sense of purpose. You know who you are, you know how you give and get meaning. That gives you a tool for everyday life to make it better and to build better, more meaningful connections and to really dive into what you care about doing. You're going to feel more fulfilled. You're going to be more resilient. You're going to be less likely to burn out. It's going to improve your health. So purpose really does matter. And as you're job seeking or thinking about what you want to do next, or just how do you want to spend your time, think about how to align your internal purpose environment with this external opportunity. And then here's something that I've learned about purpose. Starting at the beginning, we were saying, oh, one day I will achieve my purpose when I accomplish X. And I'm saying that's BS. You are walking around with this beautiful innate purpose inside of you every day. And your job in life is to give and get meaning through your unique way of giving and getting meaning. So don't worry about the scale or the size of your purpose. Think about, how can I make a difference at the grocery store when I'm waiting in line, or at the gas station, or at the interview, or with my grandchild, or with a friend, by being myself and sharing my purpose. You as a being with purpose are enough. And the more you lean into your purpose and who you are, the bigger the difference it's going to make. And the more your purpose is going to grow and evolve. So I love this quote. Yeah, we all want to save the world, maybe. But it starts with the little steps. Start with the little steps and keep growing, keep going, keep rising. Because purpose is our reason to rise and to keep rising through all of life's challenges. And you all have it inside of you. So I hope that from today, you've been able to build out more of your personal purpose story and understand what excites you and motivates you, and how you can give and get meaning in this world. Now, do you have any questions, comments?
I'll kick off the questions, Anna.
Okay.
So you're at a job interview and the interviewer says, tell me about yourself. Can you give us an example, just a quick example of how you might use your purpose to answer a question like that?
Sure. So I'll say it for myself. I love to explore the world of ideas. I love to hear about other people's ideas. And then my brain naturally takes pinpoints and connections from those ideas and starts to figure out how to connect them in new ways and in more efficient ways. I love to explore and make process and systems and frameworks that can make the world a better place. And an example of that is that I created an equation that's a framework that can help individuals at any stage or any age in life discover their why.
Thank you for that.
So I just use that as an example to say what excites me, what lights me up, how my brain works, what skill set I can bring to your organization, and then evidence of that from the past.
Great. We have a question here also from a participant. How can you get feedback from your friends or colleagues about your strengths?
Take that word that you chose, the strength, the curiosity or humor, and ask them, how do you see this in me? What does this look like?
Great.
And I really do encourage you to do that. And I also encourage you to take the making question and have a conversation about making with your friends and your family, because that one word and that question, making things or ideas, opens up an exploration and a conversation that will take you to new places.
I have a question.
Yes.
So this has been amazing, really wonderful, especially great day here. How do you have a question you ask yourself every day to remind yourself? I mean, how do you remind yourself? Because we get lost in our dramas, right? So how do you remind yourself about this being important?
I love that question. Thank you. I start off every morning before I get out of bed saying, what is on my schedule today? What do I have coming up? And how can I be intentional about being kind, about being curious, about learning in this situation? So I bring my purpose into my conscious awareness before I start my day. And I look at how I can apply it to specific situations. And then at the end of every day, I look back at my day. And part of it is a little bit of a, like I say, okay, I could have done this better, or my purpose really made a difference here. And then I honor it and I celebrate my purpose. I will tell you, sometimes, a lot of times, I have difficulty saying this positive story to myself or about myself, but I can feel it and say it and believe it about my purpose. So I celebrate this innate purpose, and it gives me the energy and the excitement to keep going and wake up tomorrow and go get the world.
Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you all so much for participating. And of course, always thank you to Kendra for sending us to breakout groups and bringing us back and letting us know how much time we have left and all the other technology. I also want to thank 50 plus job seekers in Massachusetts networking groups for co-presenting this great session for us. Please let us know in the chat what you want to do now. How did you get motivated as based on this program, as a result of this program? And we have recorded all the group sessions, not the breakout groups, but the large group sessions. So you can view it again. I know I will, because there was so much in there. You can share it with other people. If you missed any of it, you can view it. We'll get that out to you with the slides. And Anna, would you like to put your email or your website in the chat now? And then
Sure.
we'll also share that later.
Sure.
If anybody wants to stay in touch with Anna, have a conversation, find out what else she's offering, where else she's appearing, you can be her fan. And anything else you want to share with us in the chat, feel free. Please look at our website, Encore Boston Network, to find out what else is coming up. We have some wonderful events. We have really a fantastic season coming up. We have something coming up in a couple of weeks on how to find a job, even if you have some gaps in your work history. And it aligns with a lot of what we talked about today and your purpose and how to explain that to people. And navigating life as a solo ager. If you don't have someone that you know will take care of you as you get older, don't worry. We'll talk about how to deal with that. We have lots of other wonderful things coming up. So again, thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Anna. Everybody have a good and purposeful day.
Thank you. And I just want to say, if anybody wants to reach out to me just to have a conversation, no strings attached, I would love to. You can book time with me from my website. Let's talk about purpose. It's my thing. Everybody have a wonderful day, and thanks for being here.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
Yes, you too. Thank you.